There we go.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll call the meeting of July 15th, 2024 to order. Roll call. Udesky,
He wasn't sure who was.
absent. Clark. Right,
Caden.
Paul.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can remember mine.
Ridsdale.
Yep,
Yeah,
here.
I know that. Geisler,
yep.
Craig here. And I'm here. Is that all we have right now?
All.
Did it?
Okay. You got her.
And then Fulford, as we discussed, is resigned.
Yeah, they found it. Okay. Is there any public to comment? Approval of the minutes from the April 15th meeting.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from the April 2024 meeting.
And I'll second.
Minutes approved. So first item of business is the approval of the capital improvement plan.
I can talk a little bit about it if you want.
Yeah, that sounds great.
This is the last best practice that we need to do for our RRC renewal. I originally had taken it to city council, so that's why it's been a little bit later, but then we realized that it's the planning commission's job to look it over and pass it. I worked with Dave and Dan, about projects and big expenses coming up because most of it is Dave's stuff for DPW, and then Dan has a police vehicle in there and some AEDs. And then we have the river project that was funded through the DNR grant. I'm trying to think of any major ones. It had to be pretty restructured from when you guys saw probably the last time, because it's this year and then 5 years into the future, and I think the last date on the old one was either 2023 or 2024, so we needed to extend it out the whole timeline. In the capital improvement plan is supposed to be just a set of guidelines of what the city is wanting to prioritize. It's not just because the goal day is on there doesn't mean that it has to be done by that point for it to be valid. It's just supposed to be a planning document to hopefully be a resource to save money for the bigger expenses that come up.
And if I remember right, I believe that we went through this kind of in depth last year.
Yep.
And if memory serves me correct, the biggest things that we adjusted in it were like the DPW and the police equipment needs. I think that's when we like addressed the new radios and
Yeah.
Yeah, the radios.
And vehicles. And,
yeah.
yeah. I think we might have a little bit of park in there too.
I
Yeah.
believe that's correct.
Yeah, the McClintock Park transferred over because the asphalt path and skate park and stuff haven't been completed yet. So that's the same as before.
And then all the stuff I think related to like the infrastructure things like the sidewalks and
Yeah, the sidewalks, roads. Oh, no, the roads and sewer drains. I think they have a plan through C280 that lays out costs and like what should be a priority. So I know that Dave follows the engineer's plan for the roads and what needs to be tackled next.
Where we don't need roads and. That's. Somehow when you said roads, it just reminded me of that. Roads, we don't need roads.
depending on the night, you can see that in action right here.
But
looked through this earlier, you guys did a good job on this. You made it easier to
Yeah.
read and like just, you know, like there, you got the separate areas on each one, it's just. Better than what we've done, yeah, I've been here quite a while, in my opinion.
You need a motion to approve it then?
Yes, yep,
I make a motion to approve.
No second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Nays? Motion to approve the capital improvement plan passes. Other item of business tonight is the Laingsburg Community Marketing Plan.
this is, given to you guys just for information and to, catch you guys up on a project that we completed. The city got some technical assistance funds from the RRC program, to make a new community marketing strategy with Place in Maine, which was recommended to us from MEDC. And the plan got approved by the city council last month, and this was also an RRC best practice, so the CIP plan and then this marketing plan were the last two things on our list to do.
And this is all the stuff like the branding and signage and all
Yeah.
that.
Mhm. Yeah, and they did some market data for us to show some numbers on retail gaps in downtown and like an opportunity for different businesses to come in and capitalize on some missing businesses in the town. That was a big one, and then they also had some suggestions and connections, because we told them connecting with Sleepy Hollow was a priority, so.
So this is something that is already
Yeah, it was just to look at.
make us aware.
I don't think we need to approve or do
Nope.
anything like that.
Cool.
Yes. I think city council, if I remember correctly, we're gonna go through it a little more in depth, and next meeting kind of get into it, and nothing in here is anything we need to do,
Right.
but you know, okay, a lot of good ideas, a lot of good information. So.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I would ask you, I guess it's you two to do the same thing, because we're already doing it, so.
Yeah. And is this something that the MDEC put together for?
Remember, were you at the meeting at the fire
Fire
station?
station.
Where they got up and they wrote down they went around and asked for all the strengths, weaknesses, and opportunities they didn't do.
You missed the cookies, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yep, you missed the cookies.
and then this is a result. That was one of the tools they used to do this.
this is awesome.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. Yeah, there's a lot of information in there.
Yeah, Place in Maine, who was the one that put this together, with us. They contract out with, MEDC, I think quite often, and earlier, I think in 2023, so last year. We applied for a storytelling grant, so a very similar type of thing of how to market and tell the story of your community. And we didn't get it, but when we got this technical assistance funding, they recommended us to the same people that do the storytelling grant, and they were able to put it together.
Very cool.
So speaking of storytelling, did you all see the video? The new video out,
Oh, of the music video,
music video, Music in the Park.
was nice.
It's pretty cool. We had a videographer come in. And video one of the music in the parks, and Justin Timberlake, did a bunch, all the businesses dancing in front. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Is that on YouTube?
Yeah.
or-
It's on YouTube,
Okay.
yep, yep, it's,
On the YouTube.
Yep.
Very so.
Just music in the park, Laingsburg, try and look it up.
should be able to find it.
Okay.
And that, who is it one of the bands that came into town that was singing?
JP and whatever, the first band,
They're the ones that are the voice of.
they're the ones that did the music.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, but it's a Justin Timberlake song, but
Yep.
it is them doing. the-
Can't stop this feeling. or
Can't stop. the
Something like that.
Yeah, I think you said it too, yeah. So I should know it. I've heard it enough over the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
That was cool. There's some businesses in there I didn't even know, like the sanding the floors business.
Oh, mhm.
I didn't know that was a Laingsburg business.
Yeah. He did our floors and our loft.
Terrible.
It came out great. So,
All right.
and he's the treasurer of LBCA,
Oh, very cool.
so.
Any other comments on the marketing plan? Any other items of business?
This is your last planning meeting, is it not?
Yes, it is my last plan. I'm done August 15th with my fellowship.
You're quitting us?
Well, not so much quitting, I'm getting booted out.
Well, thank you for everything you've done.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm serious on that. I've seen quite a few of these. That's my part.
You know, the only thing that I had thought about, and maybe I'm not remembering. What did we decide to do anything with the whole, public input survey?
Oh, the survey?
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. I was here in the city hall.
That's funny, because I was thinking about it earlier too.
I asked Cassie about it today and it sounds like it's on us at this point, I believe, I think that gosh, I'm trying to find my words here. Basically, it was put back on us to review it further and it was left at that. That's
Okay,
my understanding, and maybe you guys had some more suggested changes or something, or wanted more time to review it.
Well, I kind of thought we had it done.
I thought so
I
too,
did
but
too.
I kind of thought so too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's how I remember it too, but that's Cassie, I don't know if is it Cassie or Kim?
I think it's Kim in there today. I know that I was the one in charge of it. And so I have the whole folder, so I can look through, because I know that I've updated the questions a few times. I don't recall it being officially approved, but I know that I have like the working document that I can pass on to Cassie or Kim for next month's meeting.
Yeah, if we could, because I would like to see the.
take a look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
moving
Yeah.
forward. Maybe we put a lot of work into it and,
Yeah, I don't want to see that just drop off.
right,
Yeah.
then the property maintenance go to is another thing I want to bring up that we've been working on that did get, I don't know if you saw my text this one, but that did get approved.
Yeah.
With some minor changes by city council.
Awesome.
So that is an effect.
Is it in effect now?
It-
Was it approved in
It's approved, but like I think
30 days, I think?
Yeah.
after?
within like the next month.
Yeah.
it's effective. There was a correspondence already sent out. I think that like no action would be taken for the first 30 or 60 days.
So what do we do with the survey? Do we put that on the docket for next month to look at?
Or do we send that city council or that's our baby?
Probably has to be approved by city.
Okay, okay.
So I would say, let's put that on our docket for the next meeting.
Yep.
So that we can come up with the final form of how we like that to look and then send it up after that.
I think one of the main things, if I remember correctly, was you all deciding how you wanted it sent out, because I had made a Google form, I know, and I think it was talked about like having paper copies in different places, so maybe that's something you can think about until next meeting, is how you'd actually want folks to be able to take it and who'd be in charge of collecting that information.
And I think that along with that, I think that the last time that Mike was here, he had a colleague that I think maybe had more of a specialty within like the surveying strategies.
Like that's the Mike from Spicer.
Spicer, yes.
Oh, yes, I remember that now too. Yeah, he had a platform. I have notes about everything, so I'll look it over and put it nicely for you all for next meeting.
Yeah, because they had some suggestions about like when to send it out, how long to keep it open,
Yeah.
and all.
Yes, you're right. And limit, I think one of the things was keeping it under 30 questions or something, so we took a couple out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can collect everything, the most updated versions of everything that I have in the notes that I have that Mike gave us, and put it on the agenda for next.
Awesome, thank you. Anything else?
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second that.